In this video, we're going to talk about 4 PlayStation 2 games for approximately 2 minutes each to give you a quick rundown of the game on whether or not you should play it. This is a new series that I'm wanting to start that talks about games from my collection that I think you should definitely have. Each one of these videos will have 3 to 4 games, and we'll talk about what I think about the game and what you should do, whether or not you should pick it up or not. Now, some of these games are going to be games you've heard about and played a ton, and then others are going to be more obscure. I'm going to try to leave it kind of broad, that way I can talk about whatever I need to, that way you guys get the information to grow your knowledge when it comes to game collecting. The first game we are talking about is Guitar Hero 2. And now you might be thinking, Guitar Hero 2, everyone knows about that, and that might be true, but this is one of those games that if you have a PlayStation 2 and you are not playing this game, you're definitely doing something wrong. The songs on this thing are amazing. I can remember to the day when I got this, I got my red guitar and I just got back to sitting down and playing. I mean, I played this game for hours on end and it was always awesome. The song selection is very good, and basically what this is a rhythm game where the notes come at you, and on the guitar there are buttons that show you what to press, and then you have to strum as well at the certain times. So this game is actually a pretty fun rhythm game, but I feel like a lot of people overlook it when it comes to talking about PlayStation 2 games. This is one of those games that if you go back and see how it sold and how much nostalgia is around this game, you'll understand why this is so amazing. People are still playing this on streams and stuff like that to this day, and it kind of makes sense. It is a ton of fun when it comes to actually playing it, and I feel like it's just one of those games that definitely gets overlooked because people are just like, oh, that's another Guitar Hero game, it's not that fun, I've played that game before. But if you go back and play this with friends, or even by yourself, play through it, you'll see that it is still a ton of fun. The next game we are talking about is NBA Street Volume 2. Now, I picked Volume 2 because it is my personal favorite. These are all awesome games no matter what. If you like sports games or basketball in general, and you like over-the-top, arcadey, flashy, doing tricks, and just kind of overall, kind of more as a fun, kind of enjoyable game, I think this is one you should definitely be playing, because playing it on the different courts and talking trash within each other and doing tricks and moves and slamming the ball down in someone's face is just so amazing. And honestly, you can play this as some of the really greats from the NBA, and it just makes this game so much better. Now, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with playing NBA games that are just straightforward, but when you're playing NBA Street, you just get a different feel, and it's totally well worth it. So, do I think this game is one you should be playing? Yes, but if you don't like sports games, this is also one you might actually enjoy. It's basically 3-on-3 basketball instead of the 5-on-5 of normal basketball, and it seems like it's a lot more fluid and a lot more kind of all over the place. If you ever played like NBA Jam or anything like that, this is pretty much the next level of that game. So I do find myself kind of going back and playing this not only for nostalgia purposes, which I really loved playing this back in the day, but just because it still controls pretty well. It's a ton of fun, and if you have friends, playing this multiplayer is just perfect, because nothing is better than slam dunking it in the face of your friend and just showing off and doing tricks and destroying them. Honestly, it's a ton of fun to play if you have friends, so maybe think about picking this one up. It's kind of one of those games that was big when it came out because it was a sports game and kind of fell off over time, but I still think this game in the series is definitely worth playing. If you are liking this video right now and you are not subscribed, please do me a favor, go down, hit that subscribe button. 75% of people that watch my channel aren't subscribed, so go do that for me, and let's go talk about some more games. The next game we are going to be talking about is Simpsons Hit and Run, and still to this day, I can go through the first level without even thinking, all from memory, and I say that because I played so much of this. Now, if you are a fan of The Simpsons and you watch the TV show, this game is definitely for you. Or if you are a fan of like GTA, but you kind of want a spin on it, this game is for you. Now, this is pretty much what I consider a kind of a spin-off or kind of clone of Grand Theft Auto, but in the Simpsons universe, which is always awesome because everything from this game is so amazing. Even the details kind of from the TV show to the game are there, and so it just makes this game a ton of fun. I love the catch lines, the one-liners that they say, and just going through and kind of seeing how the map is laid out and seeing the map of Springfield and how you're gonna navigate it is just a ton of fun. Like I said, this is similar to GTA, but it's not necessarily the exact same. And why do I say that? Because I don't want someone to be like, oh, I don't want that game, it's like GTA. It is a lot more fun, and I say more fun because I prefer this over Grand Theft Auto, but that's probably just because I played it as a kid and nostalgia kicking in, to be honest. But it is so awesome to wander through the maps, to collect the different characters, to collect the coins, to buy different cars, to steal cars, to get through the obstacles and do the objectives that you have to. There's a point on the first level where you take off the ramp and go through a barn that is like surrounded with burning fire, and if you make it, you make it, but if you don't, you obviously get burnt up, and it's a bummer, but it's pretty cool to do that. So there is a lot of things in this game that I think are really awesome, and I think they did a really good job on this. Now, when you go back and look at kind of the graphics of how the GTA was on the PlayStation 2, I'm kind of about it, but the cartoon animations for this game makes it way better, and so it looks like it looks a lot better. So if you're playing GTA and you're like, hey, that doesn't look that good, maybe switch over to The Simpsons because it's a ton of fun. The last game on this list has to be Star Wars Battlefront 2. And why is that a factor? Well, there's a few reasons, but for me to start off with, I've got to talk about nostalgia. When I was playing Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 back in the day, it was just so amazing. I was at the perfect age where I could play video games all day when I wasn't in school and play them with my friends and have a ton of fun. However, I can't do that as much now, which kind of sucks. Growing up is lame at certain points, but I'm not going to complain about that. But what I want to say is that nostalgia is a factor for me because this game is so much better than the new ones that they remade, and I will stick to that. Now, some people like the new ones, and I don't blame you for that. They're fun and they look good, but I feel like this is just another level and another epicness and everything around the Star Wars universe. Going around and playing as a stormtrooper or a Jedi or the Sith is just absolutely amazing in this game. And let's not forget to mention the Space Wars. You can basically get in a ship and fly around and shoot. Let's be honest, that is totally amazing. And I feel like that is why this game is so high up on my list. Now, it was released on the Xbox original, and there was some PSP games, which those are pretty fun too. So I feel like this game was perfect because back in the day, I was playing this. I played this and Halo with my friends all the time. And so for nostalgia for me is definitely there. But this game is just overall amazing and you should definitely play it. The more I play this game, the more I want to play this game. And I wrangle my friends into playing with me and I just always end up having a ton of fun. So if you have a PlayStation 2 or even an Xbox original and you don't have this game, you should definitely look into getting it because it is just that much fun. So that wraps up episode 1 of these 2-minute reviews. I talked about some PlayStation 2 games that are definitely awesome, and I wanted to kind of grab your attention with these games, not go into too much detail to bore you to death, but give you just enough information to maybe get you interested in playing those games if you haven't already. So if you want to see a game on this list in the future, comment down below and we'll keep this series rolling. But with that being said, that's 4 games from the PlayStation 2 that I think are totally awesome. So that's all I got for you guys. Peace.